How to write a LinkedIn article from start to finish. If your goal is to use LinkedIn to get clients, writing articles is going to be an important tactic to employ in your marketing on LinkedIn. And we should probably differentiate articles from posts on LinkedIn. Posts are the short form content that you can post into your news feed, into your followers and your connections news feeds. But articles are longer form, more educational pieces of content where you can embed videos or include files, and you can help people at a much deeper level within articles. You can think of articles as like a blog post on the LinkedIn platform. They're incredibly important to do if you're looking to attract clients from LinkedIn. So that's why we're going to be talking about articles today. And I wonder if you've ever been intimidated to write an article on LinkedIn. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking because you're taking this content and you're putting it out there, and you know that a subset of your connections are going to see that article. And you always want to make sure that you're putting your best step, your best foot forward. So that's one of the reasons I'm making this video for you today, is to help you do that so that you're not intimidated to create articles. There's a real big benefit to creating articles on LinkedIn beyond just creating long-form educational content that's going to help your prospects identify you as somebody who has expertise and experience, education, authority, trustworthiness. We go beyond that because LinkedIn articles also surface in search engines like Google. So if somebody's searching for what you do and you publish articles on LinkedIn, there is a chance that that article is going to show up in the search results, and it's going to drive more people to your LinkedIn profile and to your content. And if you've optimized your profile, that's a surefire way to get people reaching out to you for the service that you offer them. And then one more really important point to share with you. There have been numerous studies on LinkedIn done by LinkedIn asking people what they're looking for in terms of content on the platform. And the overwhelming majority of people say that they're looking for content that helps them get better at what they do. So if you, in your service, can help people get better at what they do by helping them actually do that through your content, you're opening up the opportunity for them to come to you for the solutions that they're seeking. So simply put, the articles that you write for LinkedIn should offer high value and education for your prospect. We want to make sure our readers feel like they gained something worthwhile every time they read something that we create. And truly, if you think about it, one of the reasons that people spend time on any social platform is to consume content. On LinkedIn, that's predominantly content that's geared around business. At least that's what LinkedIn wants people to see. And LinkedIn's working very hard to make sure that content that helps people, that is business-based, is going to get more reach. So it makes sense to contribute that high quality, high value educational content on the platform. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Chris. For the last 24 years, I've had thousands of paying clients. These are people who want to grow their businesses because they're inspired to have an impact on those that they serve, and they want to get paid beautifully for doing so. So I help them do that, but I do it in a way like you might not think. The first step in creating great articles on LinkedIn is to do your research. We want to make sure that we're creating the content that our prospects really want to consume. That might be different from the content you think they want to consume. So we want to do our research to make sure we're answering the right questions, providing the right advice, and we're providing the things that our prospects actually want. One of the ways of doing that is simply by scoping around LinkedIn and looking for the questions that your prospects are asking. When you start to see a question surface a few times, you know that that's something you should be answering in your content. You can also go to the notes that you take when you're on your sales calls or when you're talking to your clients. Look for the information that these people are seeking that you hear about over and over again. I hear people asking all the time about how to start writing articles on LinkedIn, which is why I'm making this video. And I've made probably a dozen other videos like this that help people get started on LinkedIn. It's part of the service that I offer to my clients, and I want to bring it to you through these videos. So when I start to hear those same questions over and over again, I know it's time to start making content like that. You should do the same exact thing. Look for the questions that are being asked, catalog those somewhere, maybe a spreadsheet or a note somewhere, scribble it down on a piece of paper with a crayon. No matter what you do, make sure you have a list of questions that you can answer. And when you're creating your articles, you should go to that list, say, oh, look at this. This is a question that I found. I think I'll answer that in this content today. Now, when it comes to creating your content, what I want you to do is keep in mind simplicity is always going to win. A mistake that I see a lot of people making is trying to get too much information into their article. We really just want to focus on answering one question or educating on one topic. Trying to cram too much in is going to overwhelm the person who's consuming the content. And when people feel overwhelmed, they generally go away. They don't want to feel overwhelmed. So simplicity is key. So as you're writing your content, focus on just one topic or one thing that you're educating on, and make sure you stick to that. Don't try to cram too much in there. If you find yourself trying to put too much information, it's a signal that you should be breaking that information out into separate articles. It's actually a really good thing because it gives you more content to use in the future. All right, so keep it simple, focus on one thing. Next, I want to talk about how you polish that article so that it is perfect and captivating for your readers. But before I do that, if you like the content that you're getting from this video and the others that I have here on YouTube, why don't you subscribe to my channel so that you can get alerts every time I create new content like this that's going to help you. Now, I'm going to admit to you, I am the worst proofreader on the face of the earth. I'm so bad at proofreading that I won't even do it because I know I'm going to screw it up. So I take my content and I hand it off to other people and I ask them to proofread it. And when it comes time to polishing your content, you want to make sure that your content gets proofread. You want to make sure that there aren't any mistakes in there. You want to make sure that it's clear and easy to read. And once again, if you're like me, you're terrible at it. And if you're not like me, you're great at it, but I'm not so good at it. So I do hand my content off and I let somebody else read it and show me any of the places that I made mistakes. You can also use software for that. There are software tools that will check your grammar and will check your spelling and all of that. But no matter what you do, make sure that when you bring that content to light on LinkedIn, that you've done a good job at polishing it at the end. And as you're polishing your content, make sure you have some sort of an offer in there. It doesn't have to be a hard sell offer. We just want to get people moving towards you because we're using our content to grow our businesses and to get clients. And we would like our prospects to know what to do next. By the way, speaking of that, if you'd like to brainstorm with me about your business and how you're attracting clients, the content that you're creating, or how you're using LinkedIn, I'm going to include my calendar link in the description for this video. All you have to do is visit that link and apply to get on a call with me. And I'd love to spend a little bit of time with you, learn what you're doing, and I will offer some guidance, some things that you can start doing right away to start getting more clients fast. And so let me give you a tip that's really going to help your content stand out on LinkedIn, and that is to add personality to your writing. LinkedIn rewards content that leverages experience, education, and that has personal aspects brought into that content. So think about your experience. Think about what's happened to you in your business, or maybe a client that you've helped, or some transformation that you've made yourself, and start to weave those stories into your content. LinkedIn is looking for that, and for very good reason. LinkedIn has come out and said they want to show your connections content that you create. They want to show humans content that's created by other humans. And while we all love artificial intelligence, and there's lots of great things we can do with AI, the one thing AI cannot do is recreate your experience, because that's your unique fingerprint in what you do. So by weaving in your own personal experience, your own expertise, you're creating a unique piece of content, and that content is going to surface more readily. And while everything I just taught you is incredibly important, it might not be the only thing that you need right now. So I'm going to put a link for a video right here. YouTube thinks you're going to love this video, so you should check that out. But before you do, why don't you click on my face and subscribe to my channel so that you can get alerts every time I create new content like this.